I'm going to start by priming my face with L'Oreal's Magic Lumi Primer. Then I'm using L'Oreal's Lumi Liquid Foundation and a Sigma F80 Kabuki brush to apply it. This is one of my favorite primer and foundation duos for glowing natural skin. If you prefer a less luminous look, try L'Oreal's True Match Foundation instead. That will give you more of a matte finish but will still look really beautiful with this look. I'm using Aquaphor lip ointment to moisturize my lips for later on. Then I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me concealer. This is a thin concealer that works well to lighten up the under eye area. I'm blending it out with an Ulta beauty sponge and really getting into the inner corner. I'm going to set that concealer with the MAC Pro Emphasize Shaping Powder and a Sigma F86 brush. This will keep the concealer from creasing and really brightens the eye area. You'll notice I'm using an inward sweeping motion, and that's to prevent creasing. Then I'm using a Sigma F20 brush to apply MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, avoiding the under eye area. This powder gives a beautiful soft focus finish. Next, I'm priming my eyelids with MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. Priming the eyes helps the longevity of your shadows and increases their pigmentation, so I recommend you do this every time. While the eye primer dries, I'm filling in my brows with Anastasia Brow Wiz. You can go bolder with your brows, but today I played it safe for a more natural look. Basically, you draw a line at the bottom of your brows, and then use short flicking motions upwards to fill them in.
When
When you're done filling them in, comb through the brows to make them look more natural. There is a spoolie on the other end of the Brow Wiz, which is really convenient. Then I'm setting my brows with Anastasia Brow Gel after combing them through. This helps keep them in place all day long. I'm using a Sigma E35 fluffy brush and MAC Saddle eyeshadow in my crease. Blend this outwards really well. Concentrate most of the color on the outer corner of the eye and then use windshield wiping motions to blend it. Next, I'm using a Sigma E40 brush, which is thinner than the last brush, and applying MAC Haux shadow deep into the crease. You're going to want to blend this really well too. Then I'm using an e.l.f. eye blending brush to put MAC Embark into the outer corners of the eye. Blend this up into the crease and out. After that, I'm using a Real Techniques base shadow brush to apply MAC Nylon to the lid of the eye. Avoid the outer corner and the crease. Take this color into the inner corner. Make sure when you're done to highlight the tear duct area. Take some time to blend everything out. I'm going in with the Sigma E40 brush in the crease and outer corner with no product. Then I'm blending it all up and out with the Sigma E35 brush. After everything is blended, I'm warming up the lid with MAC Tan pigment in a flat brush. Gently pack the pigment on the lid to avoid any fallout. Then I'm using MAC Nylon to highlight my brow and blur the edges. Here I'm using Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner and a Morphe angled brush to do my eyeliner. This is my favorite way to do eyeliner, although it does take a little practice. You can go bolder and add a thicker line or a wing if you want. Just make sure the line is tight with your lash line and that your eyes end up even. I'm applying e.l.f.'s Golden Bronzer with the Luxie 504 brush that I got in my Ipsy bag. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but I love this brush. Then I decided to smoke up my look a little bit and added MAC Embark under my bottom lashes and then blended it out with Saddle. I'm using an e.l.f. pencil brush to do this. Next, I'm using a Sigma F10 brush to apply MAC's Warm Soul Blush. I'm going back in with a Sigma F20 brush and blending out my blush and bronzer. Then I'm using e.l.f.'s Small Tapered brush to apply Luminous Light Highlighter by Hourglass. This is my favorite highlighter of all time. I normally curl my lashes, so I'll go ahead and do that. Then I'm using L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara to thoroughly coat my lashes. As you can see, I have my crazy mascara face on as usual. And finally, I'm applying NYX Extreme Lip Cream in Nude Peach Fuzz, which is the perfect finishing touch for a springtime look.